Welcome back, everybody. In this episode, we're going to be working on the floor that's obviously not here in the Datsun truck. We're going to try to build the trans tunnel. We're going to try to connect it to our firewall and hopefully get most of this enclosed is the goal. How far I'll actually make it, I don't know, but we're going to give it a shot. So we're going to have to cut the rest of this back floor pan out here because obviously, as you can kind of tell, the drive shaft, there's no way it's going to fit through that little bit of trans tunnel that's left. So we're going to cut that out. We're going to get this carpet off the back. And, yeah, we basically got to decide how much of that we're going to cut out there so that our drive shaft can fit and have enough wiggle room and all that good stuff. And then what we're going to do is I bought this 1 inch by 1 inch square tubing. It's not super thick. I think it's 16 gauge. But plenty strong enough. Whether or not we'll actually use any of this to mount our seats to, I'm still not sure about. I'd rather have the seats mounted to the roll cage, but again, I don't have money to buy a tubing bender to make a roll cage right now, so we're also going to have to keep that in mind so that we don't end up putting some square tubing where we're going to need to run some pipes for the roll cage, which basically through the floor is just going to be that front corner for a pillar bar, and then back here for the main hoop. So we're going to keep that in mind. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and get to it and see what we can come up with. Alright, so update time. So I got that whole back bar made. I got that side made down there. I got this whole side made here. I also made this piece that goes around the top of the transmission. And yeah, it's about as far as I made it. I'm having trouble connecting that piece down there to the piece that goes over the transmission, mostly because my firewall's not fixed. So, you know, I gotta kind of have that level so I can figure out where all this stuff lines up. So basically, what I'm saying is it's time to pull the motor. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and put you guys on time lapse this time and see how long this takes me. Alright, well, as you may have saw, had a little mishap with the yoke slipped out and I spilled a bunch of transmission fluid. But, let's see, it took me 35 minutes. It's not too bad. I'm going to dry up this transmission fluid and then get working on that. Alright, well, I've kind of been forgetting to film, but nothing really has been going on too exciting. Just, you know, the normal measure a million freaking times, figure out what you're going to do. I ran into my first issue with my little design here. So I had this set up because the end of this is where the firewall would sit if it was straight down. And yeah, as you can see over there, that's not going to work because it sticks out too far. I think that wheel's almost at full lock, but yeah, it's not going to work. So what I'm thinking about doing now, and I'm trying to decide, is I might actually have the firewall come down on kind of an angle. I don't think it looks too bad. Not ideal, but from the outside you can't really tell at all. So, you know, I'm not too upset about it. Yeah, I don't really know. So, but yeah, that's what I'm thinking about doing, is probably just coming down on an angle. If I were to do that, the firewall is in place basically where it would be at for that scenario. So, it's about 9:30 at night, so I think I'm going to mull it over tonight and decide what to do tomorrow. So, yeah, but at any rate, let me show you. I'm so proud of these right here. Hopefully you can... let me get my light. Look at how good some of these welds came out. Yeah, I'm getting pretty damn good at welding, I believe. So, yeah. This side turned out pretty good. So yeah, I'm excited about that, but basically I got both of these bars tacked in at least. I got that back bar made. I'm done for tonight, and tomorrow we'll figure out what we're going to do with that firewall. Kind of just had to put the camera down and get to effing work. So I figured this out. I put some nice angles in there. I still got to like plate off the ends and some other stuff. But yeah, you can see that's at full lock right there. We got plenty of room. Got this whole tunnel made here for the transmission, and it's nice and level and centered and all kinds of good stuff like that. And yeah, so basically the outer frame of everything is done. I don't really have a whole lot of metal left, so I can't really do much else till I get some more, which is going to be in the next day or so. I wanted to remake my firewall for a couple of reasons. Number one, I just kind of, I don't know, I mean, it looked good, I liked it, but there were some waves in some of the beads, and then the one part that really got to me was when I welded this together, or when I bead rolled this. You can see this gap here is wider than this gap here, so that was kind of like irritating me a little bit. So yeah, I just decided I'm just going to redo the entire firewall. So I'm also doing it in the top and the bottom piece this time, so that, I don't know, I think it'll look a little bit better. So yeah, basically that's what I've just been doing here, is I mapped out all of the bead lines and everything like that. It's going to be basically the same pattern. So we got straights here, we got angles here. I think I got a little bit more angle on those. I'm going to go ahead and do the raised edge around the whole side here, because I thought that looked really good last time. And yeah, that's about it. And then we're going to cut it and put it back in, and we're actually going to we might move it back a little bit more, just to give us a little bit more room around the transmission, and some, you know, for ease of wiring and anything that might be on that firewall back there. So yeah, but that's where I'm at right now. I'm gonna get some help to bead roll this time, so we can get nice straight bead rolls. So that's where we're at. So I don't know what footage from when I'm going to be using. I've probably been working for about, I don't know, 24 hours over the past 3 days on most of the stuff I'm doing here, and this is where I'm at. I haven't been filming because, you know, sometimes you just got to put the camera down and just get some work done. So I got this side all done. So made the new firewall, got that all welded in pretty good. Probably going to throw some more tacks on, especially once we get these plates, these block off plates in the corners here done. But firewall's all done. I did it top half and bottom half this time, so we got that whole top half in, and then we got this side done. So basically it's 3 pieces here. It's one piece that's this area, one piece that's that area, and then this middle piece, which was a real pain in the butt. But got that all done, and now we're working on that side. We're going to get that side all blocked off. Then we're going to figure out what we're going to do with these and this area and this area, and probably get some of that trimmed away, and then go from there. But basically I'm starting with this piece. Got that made up there. I just got to trim it a little shorter and then bead roll it and get that welded in. And then we'll do the same thing. We'll make the outside piece, and then we'll make that funky piece in the middle. So I'm going to go ahead and try to film some of this so you guys have an idea of what I've been doing. And then hopefully after we're done all that, once we're done all this front area, we're going to put the motor back in. And then we can start building the rest of the floor around the transmission and stuff like that. And yeah, hopefully be ready for the seat, which is coming in a few days. So hoping to get at least that front part done today, the engine back in, maybe start the floor here, and then in the next video we'll probably be mounting the seat and finishing up the floor with the steering in and everything like that, so we can really get an idea of how we're going to be sitting in here. So let's get to it. Well, I finished my firewall. Looks good, except I definitely oofed up a good part that I'm gonna have to redo now. So yeah. So when I bent this angled piece on this side, as you can see, it's kind of bent this way, and this is farther forward and that's farther backwards. Well, when I bent this side, I bent it the opposite way. Whoops. Alright, finally feel like I made progress. Firewall's all done. Both sides, I fixed that mess up. Plated off these corners where the hinges go. Got all that done. And I think we're ready to put the motor back in. So I'm going to go ahead and just use like some movie magic this time. So and there we go. Motor's back in. I didn't put the turbos on, but you know, it's whatever. I also went ahead and put the steering column back in. Still fits. Got the hole drilled. I drilled a little smaller this time so I had some room for air, but that's pretty damn close. And yeah, there we go. Can finally get to what this video is actually supposed to be about. Or yeah, I don't know. Maybe this will be 2 videos. If it is, like, share, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.